Just like the street lights lit this town, like a fire in a blaze, gotta burn it down. Can't be afraid to leave this out. We got this far, don't know how. I see danger in your eyes. They know we'll burn down the night. Coming just like the sunrise. You know that we gonna let it away. Tonight, we gonna let it away. Tonight, we gonna let it away. Just like the sunrise, we gonna let it away. Just like a spark that's breaking out. Can't make a stop, can't turn back now. We know that there's no room for doubt. No, we can't turn back now. I see danger in your eyes. They know we'll burn down the night. Coming just like the sunrise. You know that we gonna let it away. Tonight, we gonna let it away. Tonight, we gonna let it away. Just like the sunrise, we gonna let it away.
Well, hello, everybody. Hello, friends. Why is it always that light? Hold on one second. I always forget to turn it on. Every single light, it seems like. I don't know if you can see the dogs on the floor, though. I do have them they're on their bed, hanging out. I don't know if you can see them down there. There's no light on them, but I should turn a light like towards them a little bit. I don't know if I can get that towards them or not. Oh, well, I tried. I'll have to get a spotlight for them. I have to get a spotlight for them because they're looking super cute. They're sharing a bed. They always share a bed. Back to the black mic. I don't know if you can see it, but I can see a difference. It feels weird being back on this black mic after having the red for so long. Well, hello, Pearl. Yeah, losing both parents at the same time, right? Hey, Colleen. Hey, Ladybug. Hey, Jackie. Welcome in, guys. Hey, Tony. Hey, Carl. Hey, Casey. Hey, CJK. Welcome in, everybody. It's good to see you guys. Hey, Dame. I'm going to actually check my phone really quick. Where's my makeup? I'm using Benson's charger, so that's why it's over here. I don't have a charger in here. But I might have some tea for this case. That's what I was looking at. So if it happens, we'll see. What's she doing now? I don't know what she's doing. Okay. So we're going to be talking about Ashley Fylnn and Caleb Carl today. But before we get into that, I should say hi to you guys first, right? Probably should say hi to you. Welcome in. Hello. Hi. Welcome. Happy Sunday. My dog's back here doing something crazy. She's sneezing. Bless you. There's usually two. Surprised. But my name is Tanya. This is Titanium Built. And here we talk true crime and we have dogs. That's what we do. It's alive and, that's what happens when you're live. Your dogs get up and they walk around a little bit and they shake their head sometimes. So if you hear them, just ignore them. They're just my producer and my visual aid person, but they usually sleep on the job anyway. So, but I did get a hold of an old manager that I had and a friend. She was a friend of mine. She still is a friend of mine. But I was talking to Vincent about this case like last night, and he was like, "Doesn't Stephanie live there?" And I was like, "She does." So I text her today, and I was like, "Blah blah blah. This is what I'm doing now," because I haven't talked to her in a few years, and I was like, "This is what I'm doing now." And like, do you know anything that's going on? Because she is a talker. Like, she is a talker, and she was like, "I know a little bit." She's like, "But get a hold of my sister. My sister knows the tea." So I texted her a little bit before the live, and I just said, whenever you have time, if you have anything you could tell me, let me know. But apparently this is like a rumor because, I believe Stephanie, but I don't know for sure. And she lives in the town, and it's a small town. Everyone knows everybody. But she said that it is correct that Ashley was going to divorce Caleb. So maybe, perhaps that is true. And we were right about that. Let me actually pull up this. This was her obituary picture that they had for her. So Ashley Fylnn, if you're not familiar with the case, we'll get you kind of caught up. She's a 37. She was a 37-year-old mother of two. She lived in Tip City, Ohio. She was fatally shot in her home on the morning of the morning of February 16th, 2026. So basically what happened was police responded to a 911 call, a burglary at a home on Cunningham Court around 2 a.m., about 2:30 a.m. Upon arrival, they found Ashley with multiple gun, GSWs, and she was pronounced dead at the scene. She was found in her bed. They ended up arresting her husband, Caleb Carl. I don't even like saying his last name. He's 39, and he was a former American Idol contestant. He was a worship pastor, which I am going to go to the church next week. Already got an outfit picked out. And he was arrested on February 19th and charged with murder. So Caleb faces murder charges, 2 counts of felonious assault, and 2 counts of tampering with evidence. Prosecutors allege that he shot his wife with a 9mm gun and staged the crime scene to look like it was a home invasion. That way it would mislead the investigation and investigators. So Caleb did plead not guilty. We saw that during his arraignment. He was crying, one of his kids. You're not going to see your kids ever again in person, probably. Just to let you know. But he is on a $2 million bond. He has a preliminary hearing, which I'll be at on February 26th. It's so crazy too, because I have an appointment that day at the same exact time. So what I'm going to do, because preliminary hearings, normally I swear they always continue them. Hey, Ashley, they always end up continuing them, I feel like. And so I don't know. I'm just going to hold off before I, cancel my appointment. You want to go? What do you want me to do? You want me to get you a blanket? Hold on. She's going back there doing these Chewbacca noises if I don't get her something. You want me to get you one of these? You want this? Want this, my girl? I have to bring in the other bed. I'll have to get it for you. I'll have to get it. I didn't know. You don't want to sit with your sister. You don't want to do it. Sorry about that. She doesn't want to sit with her sister. She doesn't like that. So she usually waits till Mia sits on her. Divorce is right. There is an option, yeah. But no, these people always want to keep their facet intact, punish the partner they no longer want, keep their money, and make themselves the victim. Yep, pretty much. And did he really think he was going to get away with it? He is the dumbest criminal I think I've come across in a long time. Other than, I would say, Carly Russell. I mean, he's like a Carly Russell over here. I mean, he told on himself. The door's open, the garage door's open. How would you know that, sir? There's 2 gunshots to her head. How would you know that? Like, you said too much, Caleb. Speaking of which, here he is. So basically, he staged the crime scene to, lead the investigation astray and to cover up what he did, allegedly. There was discrepancies in the 911 call. During the 2:30 a.m. call, Caleb claimed an intruder had broke in and shot his wife twice in the head. Reporters have not noted that knowing the exact number of shots is just suspicious. And I even said that. I was like, you would not know. And that's what other people have been saying too. So they have ballistic evidence on him. So they do have the 9mm casings. I'm sure they have the gun because he's told them where he put his gun. I put it in my console in my truck, in my 2024 truck, or was it 2026? I can't remember, but he had a nice truck. Not anymore. But Fylnn, yeah, he told them at the scene that he had a handgun that he kept in his center console, which was stupid. We thought maybe the shed or something. No, he didn't even, he walked out into the garage. And that's probably when he opened the damn garage door. Oh my God, the garage door's open. Like, he makes me sick. They did bring in the canines and they've been at the house, really working hard, like diligently working hard on getting evidence and getting it the right way. I will say Ohio police, they did it right. They made sure that they didn't, we were assuming, I was assuming I said that there needs to be victim advocates with these cops because a lot of times these officers will go in and there's children or there's like a domestic dispute. And I feel like an advocate, it would be a really good team, like, a partnership. And so we ended up reading in the documents that protective like services or, like I don't think it was children's services. I think it was an actual advocate. They came and they were the ones that woke up the children. And so I think that's safer and not as scary as if an officer's waking you up in the middle of the night. Maybe you see a nice lady there. This dog's over here trying to make this bed. I don't know. Mia, you guys are being like problem children today. They've been laying there so good for an hour. They hear the music and they're like, it's time to party. Hey, Candy. What'd Tina say? So what we have here is a gun-toting pastor. Yep. What does the pastor feel the need to carry a weapon? Yeah, that's true. Why? What are you scared of? You got the good Lord. I think I am going to go to that church next Sunday. And I'm intrigued. I've been watching videos. I think I have a video of him. We'll find it. I don't know where I had it, but I'll find it for you guys. I just looked up his name on Facebook. So I was trying to find his account on Facebook and I can't find it. So I don't know if his family deleted it. I don't know how close he is with his mom and dad. I don't know what kind of relationship that they have, but I'm sure we're going to find out real soon, right? And we'll find out at court date if they're there or not. This ain't like they have to go across the country like Brian Koberger, right? So I was going to get, like, what we do on this channel is we get the documents, we read through them, we get the autopsy report. Normally we'll get like the 911 call and then we'll get we'll get the arrest affidavit and then comes, like the autopsy report. We'll get that and stuff like, of that nature. And then we'll start getting more evidence as they start to get the discovery and they release what they think that they want to release before trial. Well, not in this case, I guess. The coroner is denying the release of the autopsy report. Oh, yeah, he's a pastor. Oh, yeah, you didn't see his pictures and his singing? He was singing on stage with the girl we think he might have been having an affair with. That was on the last live. Yeah, he's a good singer. I'll give him that. But I am going. I won't go to that church. We were talking about that the other night. Is that weird? Might be weird. I don't know. Don't cancel me for it. I was actually thinking about going and looking at churches in the area. It's a little outside my area, but that's okay. So it just says here, Tip City, Ohio, the Miami coroner's office has denied 2 news requests for the preliminary autopsy report on Ashley Fylnn, who was shot and killed early February 16th. The coroner, William Ginn, wrote that he will not release the preliminary autopsy findings because the county prosecutor has told him he is not required to do so. I guess everybody works with the prosecutor. Per our county prosecutor, the information from the preliminary autopsy in our state is not required to be released as public knowledge. Thus, I will not be releasing the autopsy findings per his direction. We'll get them soon enough, I'm sure. This request and ones like it can be denied under Ohio the revised code. Okay. This is typically done if officials believe sharing the information is not in the public's best interest at the current time. And I believe that there may be maybe there was a drug in her system to keep her asleep. I mean, I don't know. I'm just guessing here, but because I think he shot her when she was sleeping. He's a coward. Flynn's death is under active investigation. Well, yeah, it sure is. What Ashley said. She's smart. I like her ideas. I gotta go back up. 99% of the pastors and churchgoers I know carry firearms. Well, yeah, you live in the South. Everyone has a firearm in the South. My brother has firearms, and I mean, like, they don't bother me. Like I've shot guns plenty of times. Actually, on my Facebook, don't want anybody to go back that far, but there is a picture of me shooting a gun. And it was probably 20 years ago. I don't delete anything. I'm telling you guys. I don't delete anything. I'm just like text messages, nothing. I'm too lazy to be doing all that. So I wanted to tell you guys about that. And then I want to go over just a little bit of like, the timeline and the just the case in general. So we can kind of get ready for court hearing. Let me see. I'm gonna exit out of some of the stuff that I have. Okay. What do I got going on here? Oh, actually, let's go to Facebook really quick. I'm in one of their groups. Okay, so this is a lot of people were saying like I'm Christians. I put my little thing on there that was going live. I'm just going to say, as a Christian, I am going to pray for them all, but I find so much dislike in my heart for him. Okay, yeah. He had it all, a beautiful wife, let's agree, she was stunning, and she had a heart to serve the Lord, and I know it's speculation, but he was having an affair, but why, sweet Lord, why not just get a divorce and get with who you want? Yeah, like, would that be frowned upon in the church if he got a divorce and he got with the girl that he liked? I don't think so. No, like, it's Christian Life Church. I don't know. It's not like they're Jehovah's Witnesses or anything where, like, I know it's you just don't get divorced when you're a Jehovah's Witness. That's what they say. I actually went to Jehovah's Witness church for a while, for about 6 months, I would say. It wasn't really any different than a regular church at all. Like, like a regular like Christian church or whatever, or even like a Baptist church. It was just, yeah. Probably, Glenn. Yeah, he probably didn't want to share custody. But why wouldn't he then? I mean, like, why wouldn't you want to share custody, right? Then you could like have your kids half the time. You can spend time with your new girlfriend. I think that he just, I don't know if he, I don't know how long he planned this, but it was definitely planned. I don't think that he just woke up that day on the 16th and was like, "Yep, it's going to happen tonight at 2:30. I'm going to do it. I'm going to stay up." Like, and how did he stay up without his wife really knowing? Did he set an alarm? Like, she would have woke up. Like, I don't know how, like, if you're sleeping with your partner, how you can do that. I mean, Vincent, sometimes he'll fall asleep on the couch, but I would still hear his alarm. Pearl, maybe you're right. Maybe the girl didn't want to marry a divorced man, but a widower. Yeah. Because that does sound better. And it's happened before in the Jehovah's Witness church, actually, that not the one I went to, but it was a case that I heard about. I don't think you can get it annulled after so many years, right? They were married for 16 years. You can get it annulled. Ladybug said you can. She said she did. I didn't know that you got an annulment before, Ladybug. I'm sorry to hear that. Right? TH, I don't think he did either. You can get an annulment. I didn't know that. I thought an annulment was for like if you. I've never been married, so I don't know. But I thought it was when you first got married within like a certain amount of days or weeks, right? Like you can get it annulled. Like, oh, made a mistake, annulled. We're at the house and the kid is eating. Good Lord, he's alive. Oh, I got a wild hair up my butt and went into Gray Houston's live the other night. I'm not like this usually, but he had her name spelled Ashley Fynn, Finn, And it just like something just came over me. And I was like, so I went in and I said, it's FYNN or FLYNN. And people have done that to me before too. And I've been like, oh crap, I made a mistake. But it was just kind of funny because like I left the chat and then I went back in because I was like, he probably gonna say something. So I went back in and he was like, I always fix it at the end. He messes up the name sometimes in his titles, and then he fixes them after the live when no one's gonna know you're live because the name's spelled wrong. I don't know. It was just weird. It was a weird experience. I feel bad because I mean, like, I'm not that kind of person, but I did it because I just was like, what? What are you doing, buddy? What are you doing? He is Tenny. Annulled a 25-year marriage. Oh wow. I didn't know you could do that. Wow. So what's the difference between an annulment and a divorce? Yeah, simply me neither. So I think that's why I went in there. I was like, I'm gonna go in here and say something. What's the difference? We learn here. I'm gonna learn anyway. Hold on, I'm spelling it right. I'm spelling it wrong. Annulment. Oh wait, right there. Okay. Annulment and divorce both end a marriage, but they differ significantly in legal standing. Divorce terminates a valid marriage, whereas an annulment declares a marriage invalid, erasing it as if it never existed. Oh. Well, why wouldn't everybody get an annulment when they get divorced? I'd be like, I don't want nothing to do with you, sir. Annulment. I would. Okay. I understand why people do it. I would. Like, I don't want nothing from you. I don't want nothing to do with you. Oh, yeah. I think someone would. Yeah, me too, Doug. I mean, when people tell me I feel like so bad, but then I'm like, oh, I need to change it because like it happens to me. I mean, I've done it. I think it was with Xana's name. How do I spell it? With two O's, like Kernoodle. You know what I mean? I spelled it with two O's. I think that's what it was one time. Divorced in order to get married at a Catholic church. She had to go back and have her divorce switched to annulment. Yeah, I could see that, Casey. My mom, her first marriage, she married an Italian Catholic man, and they had to spend like 2 weeks apart before the marriage because, like, I don't know, his mom was like didn't want them to, be sleeping in sleeping in the same bed without being like married or something. But I guess they had already done it probably at that point. They lived together, but they spent like 2 weeks apart. And my mom, I guess, went to his house, his mom's house. So this is Ashley, beautiful Ashley. She had really pretty eyes. She did. And there's Carl there. We call him Caleb Carl. That's his middle name. Because Caleb Fylnn and Ashley Fylnn, I don't want to put them together anymore. And I don't think she'd want to be that. So Ashley, 37, was fatally shot inside her home in Ohio on February 16th, 2026. And thank you. I think it was Jackie came in and told me about this case. Caleb Fylnn, a former American Idol contestant, called 911 reporting a possible burglary. Investigators later determined there was no intruder and charged Caleb Fylnn with the murder and related offenses. And I wonder, actually, now I'm thinking about this. Okay. I'm wondering if their house is set up like this. Okay. So say you're walking down the hallway and you're walking like to the bedrooms and you're an intruder and you don't know whose this bedroom is whose, right? Let's say the kids' bedrooms are first in the hallway and then the parents' bedroom. Do you know what I mean? Like, so the children weren't hurt and she's in the bed and he's standing like nothing happened to him. I mean, I can see right away why the cops thought we need to talk to him. I mean, he's not very smart. Think simply. Crying Carl. I love that. Crying Carl. I think that's funny. I'm reading the chat. I'm reading the chat too much. You can't read the chat too much. You say that first marriage wasn't valid in the eyes of God. Yeah. What about you? Oh, yeah, no, if you have children, that'd be different. I wouldn't wanna I don't think I'd do an annulment then. Yeah, I wouldn't do an annulment then, because I know my children would probably I mean, most likely they would have like, if me and Vincent had children, like, 100% they would have his last name. But if me and Vincent ever got married, I would hyphenate my last name. I don't know, it's weird. It's weird because 'cause I'm the last one in my family with my last name, so it's kinda like ends with me almost. No pressure. So Ashley Fylnn, homicide timeline. We've got the timeline now, and we've got, like, her date of birth, we've got some more documents and stuff too, so, um and I'll be going down tomorrow to the courthouse to get the FOIA done. I want just them to help me with it. So that way we got everything, and we got all the dates right, and we got everything right. I'm sure they'll help me. But this is Ashley Fylnn, so she's the victim. Ashley Elizabeth Fylnn is her name. The defendant is Caleb Carl Fylnn, and then, location 932 Cunningham Court. And when I went there, I just put in like 900 because I knew it was like the 900 block, and I found it right away. That cop was sitting right there. Background and biological timeline. Okay, so on May 13th, 1986, Caleb was born. Confirmed an official Miami County Municipal Court criminal complaint. February 24th, which would be in 2 days, would be Ashley's birthday. She would have been 38. 2006, Ashley graduated from Tippecanoe High School in Tipp City, Ohio. And right, let me pull it up. If I can pull it up really quick, I can show you. That's not the right one. This one. Yeah. Okay, I'll show you guys really quick the school that she went to. I think it's this one. Yeah. Oh, let me turn the volume down because might be loud. I don't think it would be loud. So this is the high school right here. This is Tippecanoe. So what I did was I went to their house and then I came out. I'm not good with directions either. And your girl did good. I did good. So I came out and I found my way out of their like complex. And so then I turned right and I was like, oh, I was thinking in my head, like I should go by the school that she taught at, like Tipp City. But then I saw this school, Tippecanoe, and I was like, wait a minute. I think this has to, like, one of them went to Tippecanoe. So I went by it. And then what I did was I just went and I did a circle and I went back to her house kind of, and then I went back around. So I'll just show you the school here. It's kind of fast, sorry. But you can see the sign. Oh, yeah, I've zoomed in on it. So I zoomed in on the sign. And it's probably changed now. I don't know what the sign says now, if it says anything about her. But yeah, that's the school. They're like doing some construction and stuff there. But yeah, just to show you guys. And I'll show you guys those full videos too, sometime because they're pretty interesting. I mean, to see the area because there's so many houses there. Like, and I think that's probably why the cops were like, why this house? This had to be targeted because the way where it is. Like, you couldn't just pull a car up without, I bet the neighbors, if they were awake, they would notice that. So then in 2006, after she graduated, she went to Lee University in Cleveland, Tennessee. I didn't even know there was a Cleveland, Tennessee. 2010, she graduated. She graduated from Lee University, and then Caleb also attended Lee University. So their relationship began during or shortly after this period. So they got married in 2010. Let me see. Did I like? Hold on. Yeah, they got married August 6, 2010. So their relationship must have started when they were in college. Now I'm curious. And it's not 2013 they got married. It was 2010. So maybe I'm wrong. Let me see. If I can look it up, I don't know. I know I can if I get on the records. I just don't know which record it is. Like, I don't know if it's in Google. Let me see if AI knows. It just says they've been married for at least 13 years prior. So maybe 2013. But no, in 2013, he spoke about his marriage though to Ashley. So I don't know. I heard it was 2010. So I'm going with that. But yeah, 16 years. I'm going with 2010. I'm going to go with what I know. I mean, even though they're always really good with their timelines. But then in 2013, this is correct. Caleb appeared on the American Idol season 12. During his appearance, he publicly referenced Ashley as his wife. Remember the interview? It's kind of weird. What do you like about your wife? She's very pretty. What contestant? Next question. Right after that. Wasn't like there was a few questions in between. Nope. Next question. Who is your favorite contestant on American Idol? He couldn't have said, she bangs that guy. I don't know. I think he was on a later season, but he couldn't have said anybody but Carrie Underwood. And then he talked about how amazing and beautiful and great and magnificent, and she's God's gift to creation. And my wife would look just like her if she dyed her hair blonde. If I was his wife, as soon as we left there, if I was Ashley, I would wring his neck. Thank you, Jackie. Jackie said you're correct. Married in 2010. Okay. We'll keep looking at my phone to see if I got the tea going on over there. But as soon as I find out, I'll let y'all know. So then 2014 comes around. That's such a long time to be married to somebody so young. They were only in their early 20s. Do you like my cup? It has little polka dots on it. I should have tagged it in the thing today. So then in 2014, they both began an active ministry. Caleb served in church ministry as a worship leader and pastor. Like, how long does it take to be a pastor? Is it kind of like when you're an ordained minister, you get a certificate and that's it? I'm going to look it up real quick. How to become a pastor? Okay. So you have to confirm your vocational calling through prayer, mentorship, and guidance from local church leaders. You have to obtain formal education, such as a bachelor's degree in biblical studies or a master of divinity. Serve in roles like an associate pastor, youth leader, or intern develop. Okay, so it's just like you have to climb up the chain. I'm just wondering how he got up there so fast, Kids in the house, I know, CJK. I'm thinking that he maybe covered her with a pillow or something. How did the babies not hear? I don't know how they didn't hear. I'm so glad they didn't. Thank goodness. I slept through, like I said, I slept through a tornado, so I'm hoping that's how they just sleep like me. So unknown dates, so it's mid-2010s. Ashley and Caleb Fylnn have 2 daughters. The children resided with both parents at a family residence. 2010s to 2020s. Ashley Flynn's her professional career. She's a teacher. She's a substitute teacher in the Tip City School District. LifeWise Academy instructor. 7th grade volleyball coach. And she was widely known in the community as an educator and mentor. And then you got Caleb, who was a worship pastor and church minister leader. Later transitioned into corporate sales leadership. Oh, what kind of sales? Worked as vice president of sales. Oh, goodness. He thinks he can talk. He's a talker. Right. I love Kelly Clarkson too. She is amazing. But no one's better than William Hung. She bangs, she bangs. I'm going to get him on the channel. I'm going to get him on my other channel. I should try. Approximately 2021 to 2026, the family resided, at the Cunningham Court. It was owned and occupied by Caleb and Ashley, so both their names were on the lease. I'm pretty sure I saw that. February 16th, early morning hours, Ashley Fylnn was inside the residence with her husband and her 2 children. They were asleep in their beds. There were 2 vehicles in the garage. The thing about 2-car garage, you'd have to squeeze through there, if you were an intruder. 2024 Ford truck for him. She had a 2026 Chrysler. Handgun was stored inside the center console of Caleb's truck, per Caleb. What was he thinking? That they're not going to take the gun and match up the shell casings that are on the floor? Like, these cops don't know how to do their job. Did he never watch a CSI episode in his life? Or like anything? Any kind of ID channel. I mean, like, I don't know. I went to school for criminal justice. Maybe I'm just, but I would never be like, we have the gun in the center console. I would let them find it for themselves before I told on myself. I would. Before I told myself, I would not. And then he kept the center console opened. He left it open. The cop said it was open when he walked by the car, when he walked by the truck. So it's not even funny. It's stupid funny. Like, he throws it in there, doesn't even close the lid. He's just like, yeah, the cops will get it when they get here. So then at 2:31, that's when the 911 call and dispatch comes in, and we've listened to the dispatch and everything. We'll probably listen to some stuff today though too. Tip City Police dispatched 2 residents for burglary in progress. That's what they thought. Reporting party was Caleb. Caleb told the dispatcher someone broke into the home, and he reported the garage door was open. He also reported that the side door to the garage was open. You know, like you usually have like a side door you can go into. Sometimes like they enter into the home, like, they're like a back door and they go right into the home, but sometimes they're like on the side. This one was on the side, I guess. Or I know that because I saw it. So then Caleb told dispatch that the garage door was open, and he told dispatch his wife had been shot in the head and was not responding. And he shook her leg one time and said, "Baby, are you there?" or something. Ashley. So 2:40, the command notification came in. Sergeant Morgan contacted regarding homicide scene. He's probably asleep, Get your suit on, buddy. We need you. It's go time. Like, and you know what? This guy was probably just sleeping in his bed. And welcome in, everybody. The cop, because like literally that stuff does not happen in Tip City. Like, I mean, it's just like a small little good old town. You know what I mean? Like, that cop probably woke up and was like, "Are you kidding me? A what?" And then Sergeant Morgan contacted responding Sergeant Reismiller. At 2:40 to 2:45 a.m., initial officers entry, and they made discovery. Sergeant Reismiller arrived and cleared the residence for threats. He located Ashley in the master bedroom on the northeast side of the house. Ashley was laying in bed. GSW observed the head. Medics instructed not to enter to preserve forensic integrity, but they did let one medic, and they ended up letting one medic enter to go and check on her. And I guess so that they could pronounce her. So sad. And I'm so surprised those kids did not wake up with people coming in the house. Man, like, that's wild to me. I'm trying to think of when I was like younger, if I woke up easy or not, but I can't remember. So immediately after entry, crime scene forensics came in. They observed 2 shell casings located on the bedroom floor near the foot of the bed. So I'm assuming, usually they like just spit out, but I'm assuming that he was probably towards the edge of the bed. Maybe he didn't want, I don't know. Maybe he didn't use a pillow. Maybe he didn't want to get too close. I don't know. But then at the same time, I think she was asleep when he did it. Let me know if you guys think she's asleep. I think she was asleep. He did, right? Kentucky, like, it's like, how would you even know? Yeah, but she would taste the NyQuil. What if like he gave her something in a drink or like a smoothie? Babe, I'll make you a smoothie tonight, or I don't know, something like that. Maybe I'll make the kids milkshakes. We're doing milkshakes tonight, everybody. And he could have done like a trial run with it too. Not all the kids, not his wife. Yeah, he could have. Let me go back. I hope everything's okay, Ashley. JP Miller, yeah. Really? Tink, Caleb's dad, Mike Fylnn, was a pastor. I remember Fan Mel. How did he think he was going to get away with that? Yeah. I hear she was also the volleyball coach. Yep, she was. Yeah. And there's pictures and they're so sweet. She's smiling. She's happy. Her girls, her volleyball, like, those are her girls, right? She sees them go through their whole high school career, like, or, time. Like, it's just sad. Like, they look so happy. And like, you could tell they liked her. Like, she was a good coach, you can just tell when like you have a good coach or not. Like, and yeah, it's sad. So they found the side door located on the north side of the home was open. Based on these observations, responding officers determined homicide likely occurred. And then 2:45 to 3:15, formal crime scene walkthrough. So they go through the crime scene. Kayla provided a written consent for officers to enter the home. Detectives observed the master bedroom, like I said, Ashley laying in bed, GSW to the head, 2 of them. But the cops wouldn't know that even probably. 2 shell casings near the foot of the bed. They would probably ascertain, hey, we got 2 shell casings. So then, like I said, the garage area side door was open. Large refrigerator. This is so weird. So, okay, they have a side door to their garage. They must have had to put it there because there was no room anywhere else. So that way they could fit their cars in or something. But they had a refrigerator, and I'm thinking it's one of those frozen chest like freezers, because a lot of people in Ohio, they have those. I don't know if Caleb was a hunter. He doesn't look like it. But like my brother has one, right? Because my brother hunts and so does his kids. So that's where they put their like deer meat and whatever they get. And so I know, like, I don't know if it's in general, but I know like Ohio, they be hunting. We get 2 days off of school to go hunting. And I take them. I used to take them. I'm like, I'm not going hunting, but I have to say I am. Like the first week of October. When gun season starts, yeah. It's weird. So then they find the vehicle. So vehicle and firearm storage observations were the garage inspection revealed a 2024 Ford truck was present with the center console opened. Caleb Fylnn had previously told officers his handgun was stored in that location. So was he seriously freaking going to say somebody came in that side door, they broke through with that refrigerator there, right? Like if I was an intruder, if I was trying to get in somewhere and there was a big refrigerator, I would be like, I'm not going to do this house. Or I would find another way to come in. I'm not going to try to push a chest freezer out of my way. So he says that, and this is what I'm thinking, right? So then the guy would have to climb over the chest freezer, get into his truck knowing that there was a weapon in there. I don't know who keeps their weapons in their car like that. I mean, I've seen people hang their guns and stuff up, but a handgun, usually you just take it inside, you put it in a box, lock it up. Maybe that's where he kept it to keep it away from the kids. I don't know. But he's going to say that this guy took the gun and then walked in the house, walked to their bedroom, past the kids' rooms or wherever they were, knew which bedroom to go into, but didn't know these people. And then Caleb was just somewhere he was in his kids' room at this exact time, 2:31 in the morning, even though they're sleeping. Creepy. That's creepy. If that was true, but it's not. So this guy shoots her. Caleb doesn't get there in time to intercept the shooter, even though he would have been in his kid's room. Didn't run out fast enough, right? You hear bam, bam. I'm going to be running to whoever, to my wife. But instead, he's just like, oh, better call the police. Oh my God, oh my God, oh my God. That's what he said the whole time. So his $2 they remained asleep in the bedrooms. Thank goodness. Thank goodness. The children had not awakened during the shooting, and the children they were physically unharmed. 3:30 to 4, forensic response initiated. Detective Morgan contacted the Ohio Bureau of Criminal Investigation, requested forensic processing team. Smart guy. Evidence processing was initiated. The children were removed from the residence at 4 a.m., an hour and a half after their mother was shot. I wonder if they removed her before they removed the children. I wouldn't have. I would have closed the door just in case, because if you were moving her, what if they opened the door at that exact time or something, you know? I just keep thinking about them kids. This is just not right. It's just not right. It's not right. He's such an asshole. Like, you knew you were going to get caught. There is no way that you thought in your brain that you were going to get away with this. There's no possible way. There's just no possible way you thought you were going to get away with this. I mean, and if you did, then I would love to know how you thought, I would love to know how you thought you were going to get away with this. Just because the intruder thing, that's not going to work in court. You're going to figure something else out. Like you and your attorney, he seems pretty good. We looked him up. Y'all are going to have to figure out a better story than that. Because that's crazy. Then the victim's mother arrived at the residence. When the children were being removed, Ashley's mom was there. Thank goodness. And she probably had to stay strong. And I couldn't imagine being her. Because, you go into mom mode. I'm not a mom, but, I know my mom mode. I used to have seen it. And you just get shit done. You just have to put something to the side and get stuff done because it's just that important. I hope that she had the strength to be able to take care of the kids and stuff. It's just sad. So then at 4:28, Caleb was transported for a police interview. And then Caleb agreed to voluntarily speak with investigators. You shouldn't have done that. You should have said, I want a lawyer. He was transported to Tip City Police Department at approximately 4:28 a.m. Then on February 16th, this is the confirmed forensic evidence. So Ashley Fylnn was shot in bed. 2 shell casings recovered near the foot of the bed. Firearm identified as a 9mm handgun. Garage side door open. Refrigerator positioned, blocking garage door. Handgun previously stored in suspect's vehicle console, and the children asleep and unharmed. Then we get to the 19th. So we get, 3 days later. I don't know how he even did that. Caleb was arrested. He was booked into the Miami County Jail, which I don't even know where that is. I don't know if that's above or below the, how a lot of them are below the court. It might be. Charges are murder, 2 felonious assault charges, 2 tampering with evidence. And that murder might go more to 2. I don't know. I'm surprised it hasn't yet. Because in Ohio, they'll do that. If he were to use a silencer or if he were to use the pillow or something, they can prove it. They can put another count on there. So I think my watch is messed up. Okay. So February 20th, 2026, official criminal complaint filed in Miami County Municipal Court. The complaint states that Caleb purposely caused Ashley's death. The death occurred in the morning hours of February 16th. The weapon used was a 9mm handgun, and the defendant had the firearm under his control. Do you think, I wonder how the last few days had been in their household prior to this. I wonder if it was just everything was as usual and she said something that night, about getting a divorce to him for the first time, or if it was something that she had said prior, because Valentine's Day was just a couple of days before. I'm kind of wondering where he was, where she was, what was happening, right? Because if you got a lady on the side, usually you got to attend to your lady on the side too. I used to work at a restaurant and I love Valentine's Day. Oh my God, the drama. I seen so many people just getting cussed out. They're with another person they shouldn't have been with. So it's pretty funny. So then he was charged, with the murder. Arraignment was February 20th arraignment hearing. He was formally charged. He entered a plea of not guilty, set a bond, $2 million cash bond, which means you can't, no 10% is allowed. So they had a preliminary hearing scheduled and the case was pending prosecution. Current case status, the defendant, Caleb Carl, the victim, Ashley Elizabeth Fylnn, in charged with murder, 9mm handgun. There's location, and the case is active. There's the 911 call. We played that before a couple times. So the drama, yeah, it was fun. It was like, oh, I'll work on Valentine's Day because I love the drama. People in the parking lot yelling. I worked at a Red Lobster. And it was probably the fanciest restaurant they had in that little town. So, Okay, so I'm going to go through like the initial report. I'm going to go through some of these with you guys. And then there's just a few pictures down here. So, and then we'll be done. Some of these we haven't seen. Some of these we have seen. Look at the responding officers. Good golly, Miss Jolly. Is that the whole, that's the whole force. We got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. That has to be the whole force. How many police officers? Tip City. I'm just curious. They have 25. 25 officers, and 20 of them were there on the scene. Wow. That's crazy. So, yeah. Okay. So then they just put, there was when reported and when it occurred, and it says 2:31. I don't know why it says occurred 2:31 to 2:34. So maybe he called it 2:34, really? And it just has his name, date of birth, license number, address, additional offenses, homicide, burglary. Oh, wait, I think this is the first one, I think. Before they were looking at him. Yeah. So this is when they thought it was a burglary. So it's homicide, burglary, dead body, gunshot wound, suspicious in nature, tampering with evidence, and then assault felony. And then circumstances, resident or home. It says highway, road, valley. I don't know. It's a road. These are the responding officers. Look at this. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. Yeah, 20 officers. Geesh. Man, that's a lot of officers. They were messing around. They were like, everybody, let's go. Call everybody in. It's go time. I wonder if the officers knew her. You know what I mean? Like, I know officers from my town, and just by being, living in that town, and like some of them I just grew up with, and they became officers. But, I wonder if any of them knew her personally. Name involved just has Caleb and Ashley on there. I guess this is her victim number. I didn't know she has a victim number. That's all of that. Okay. Can I make this bigger? Oh, yeah, I can. So then this is the mugshot that I've shown you guys this before too. This is his old record. So this is the felonious assaults and the tampering with evidence. They're all felonies. He's awaiting a preliminary hearing, which they usually will reschedule those. Like the defense will say, like, we want a preliminary hearing, right? And that's what they'll do. And then all of a sudden the defense will say, well, I need more time to look at the discovery. There's so much discovery in this case. I need more time. That's what we're going to hear. I bet you we need more time. We need a continuance to look at the discovery that's coming in. So that's why I'm going to keep my appointment for the injections in my back, just because, I don't know, until like the day before, I'll give them like 24-hour notice, but yeah. Are you leaving, Ash? Yeah, stay safe and warm. It's snowing a little bit here, but not much. And then he's had some like traffic offenses before. Driving upon closed highway. I remember looking this up. Speed limit or assured clear distance in the night is a murder charge. Like the dude had a couple tickets for driving tickets, and then all of a sudden, bam, murder. So the next hearing is actually nice. Okay, so if they have a preliminary hearing, it is like preliminary. It's like a small little trial almost. Like the state will put on their like a little bit of their evidence, and then the defense will say some stuff, and then yeah. So they will. I don't even know if the defense will talk actually at the preliminary. I think they will. I think they should. And then he can request can I be in regular clothes for court proceedings and stuff like that? And they'll have like this little, they'll kind of like tell their evidence. Like the prosecution will say some of it, if not, sometimes not all of it, but some of it. And they'll just lay out what they have. And then it's like, I don't know, it's one of the best hearings to go to. I like the preliminary. I like opening statements because that's just like opening statements is pretty much what they're going to tell you what they're going to do at trial, basically. And I think that's pretty interesting. And I mean, they're all interesting, though. Does he have? Oh, here's the felonious assault one. Okay. So remember how I only had the murder one and I had the tampering with evidence one. I didn't have the felonious assault ones. Well, they're right here. So I'm going to read through that for you guys because we've read through the other ones. Basically, this is one just says, that Caleb murdered his wife in the morning hours of February 16th. It does say up here, and we don't know what this means, purposely caused the death of another or the unlawful termination of another's pregnancy. I've looked that up, and Ohio does not put that down unless there's a pregnancy. So I don't know why that's on there, if someone was pregnant or not. But it is there. And then on the felonious assault, it says they have the notary public, peace officer authorized to do this. It says being duly sworn states that on or about February 16th, one Caleb Fylnn in the city of Tip City, county of Miami, state of Ohio, did knowingly cause or attempt to cause physical harm to another or to another's unborn by means of deadly weapon or dangerous ordinance. Okay, now it's on here too. So now it's on two things. Oh, I was going to print this out, wasn't I? Remember I printed something out the other day and it didn't print out. I don't remember what it was. I think it was this. So I could ask. What's that print? We're going to print, what pages were they? 1 and 2? I think that's what it was. I just want to do like those 2 pages. Oh, there we go. Can I do it like that? It's printing. We'll see if it prints. I think it's, yeah. Well, it's not. Where I saw it, Angie, I looked it up and it said Ohio does not do that. I live in Ohio, and we pulled up a couple other murder charges. We've had the Tepe murders. It's not on there. We've had Chad Doerman. It's not on there when he killed his 3 sons. I don't know. And then when I looked it up, it said that Ohio does not do that unless somebody's actually with child. Let me see. I can't. Okay. Let me see if I can look it up. Hold on. I'm going to ask the lady when I go there too. Okay. So This is kind of like this one says something like different, but and I mean like it says the same thing, but it just says it different. Ohio law defines the unlawful termination. I don't want to like that though, of a pregnancy causing of death. Okay. It says the unlawful termination of a pregnancy as causing the death of an unborn member of the species Homo sapiens in the womb, which generally requires the victim to be pregnant. It says without an actual pregnancy, a charge for unlawful termination of a pregnancy, and it has the revised code, would not apply. This says, oh, this is just if you're pregnant and you kill someone. It says it's unlawful termination of another's pregnancy as causing the death of a fetus. I don't know. I don't know if she was. That's why I keep saying I'm not sure. Well, wouldn't the ordinance be on the paperwork? Has the section right here. Let me see. .02A. Just so I can remember that. Because it should be this one, right? That's the one that's on the ticket. Am I on the right ticket, though? I think I am. Let me double check. Murder, yeah. Defines murder as this one just says defines murder as purposely causing the death of another or the unlawful termination of another's pregnancy. The statute part of Ohio's homicide laws constitutes an unclassified felony. Maybe that's what it is. But whenever I put in, do you have to be pregnant? It says you do. That's what I don't understand. Like, I've seen murder charges in Ohio a few different times and they've never had that. Isn't that weird? I don't know. I am going to ask that lady though about that because that is weird that they have them on both. It says 15 years to life imprisonment, $15,000 fine for that one. It doesn't have the penalty for this. Oh, the penalty for this one is second-degree felony, 2 to 8 years and a $15,000 fine. The felonious assault, 2 to 8 years, $15,000 fine. Tampering with evidence. Wow, 9 to 36 months. I was going to say years. 9 to 36 months and or $10,000 fine. Same with this one's tampering with evidence as well. She will get herself comfortable down there. Yeah, it wasn't in the Tempe case either. Yeah, we looked through them the other day. We looked through the Tempe case. We looked through Chad Doberman's case. And then we looked at this case. But I thought there was another one too. Maybe not. Maybe it was just these ones. But yeah, it was not on there. That's why I'm like, is this something this county does? Someone's going to ask them. But is this what you do over here? I mean, just let me know. Just let me know. That way, we all know, like, from an official, like, person, like, what I mean? Not saying that you're wrong. I mean, not saying that you don't know, because you do. It's on the paperwork. But it's just weird that they would have that on there when we've never seen it on any. I've read so many documents for so many different cases. It's like weird. Like, arrest affidavits, and I've never seen that. That's what caught me off guard. And then when I typed it in as like, would they use that in Ohio? It said no, they wouldn't. So I don't know. That's so weird. Is this the same one we're just looking at? Yeah. Okay. So then the next one is entry. This one we haven't seen. This is him. So state of Ohio versus Caleb C. Caleb Carl. Entry ordering. There's the fingerprinting. Defendant has been fingerprinted at the time of the arrest. And then it doesn't have anything else X'd. So, oh, and this is secured. So maybe that's redacted. They say secured. And then this is a judge. Where's Ohio? What's this? Anthony Kendall Judge. Okay, it says, if you remember that on the whatever day, the accused personally appeared before me and after due consideration of the circumstances, the court is of the opinion that the accused will appear as required before and after conviction. Oh, I guess if they get released. Oh, yeah, it says it is therefore ordered that the accused be released on their own recognizance. Yeah, so they believe that when you get released on your own recognizance, they trust that you're going to come back for court. They're giving you that trust. But they didn't give that to him. They were like, no. I don't even know why he signed it down there. Must be whatever was here. Probably saying, you ain't getting out of jail, bro. Okay, where are you guys at? Okay, I'm like, where's the chat? And then there's this one, enter of appearance, his lawyer. Now comes Mormond and Mulligan, attorneys at law, and makes their notice of appearance for the defendant. Now, I'm thinking maybe his parents got him a lawyer. Because if I was Caleb, I don't know. I just have a feeling as soon as he went to jail, that was his mommy was the first person he called. Probably. You know, that's who I would call, but I'm just assuming. I don't think her clothes were baggy. We watched it. We watched it last night. Well, we watched one when they were singing together, but they weren't even like close or anything. So it was like, I don't know. It didn't give me like cheating vibes with her. Like, because I mean, like they weren't even looking at each other in the song. Like they were just like singing like regularly. I don't think she had on baggy clothes though. I don't remember. I don't know if I have it up here. Oh, I do. I have it right here. Look, no, she wasn't. She's right here. She ain't got a belly. Yeah, that girl definitely doesn't have a belly. But that's the girl. I don't know if they live stream. That's a good idea to ask. That's a good idea to look up. Does Christian Life Church do live streams? Yeah. Hold on. Let me look up that specific one. Yes, they do. They offer live streams of their weekend services. I didn't know that. I would have watched it today. What the heck? They're streamed to their YouTube channel, the CLC online platform. That doesn't even make sense. Like Christian Life Center. It's still like you kind of have to know to get to there. What the hell am I on? Hold on a second. Where am I at? What is this? Is this Rumble or something? Look at this. Where are we? Where do we come from? We can pray. Oh, this is their website. Okay, so these are their schedules. Saturday at 5, Sunday 9 and 11, Wednesday at 7. Wednesday at 7, do you want to praise? Praise and worship. It says prayer and praise. Then we got Saturday at 5, and then Sunday 9 and 11 again. And is this your Bible? Oh my God, they give you a Bible. Look at that. That's pretty cool. Okay, that's pretty cool. They really want you to come. What'd you say? Yeah, but it's gonna check just to be 100% sure. Yeah, that's what I'm gonna try to do. I'm gonna ask the lady at the counter, the clerk of courts. I'm gonna say, will you help me fill out this paperwork first? And can you tell me why it says this as a murder charge? Because I've never seen it. I live in Ohio. I've, done cases in Ohio, and it's weird. That video, I don't know. That's a good question. Let me see if I can tell. I don't know. They put it on here February 19th. So I'm not sure. I don't see any, like, nothing that shows, you know? Wonder who this lady is over here. See, they're not even, like, I don't know, looking at each other at that point. I guess this is the girl that they were saying. She looks so young. I mean, she's 23, I guess. I don't know if it's, oh, I didn't show you. I thought I was. Sorry about that, guys. She looks young. Okay, so we can go over here and can we do anything? We can't do anything because they're not there. You can take notes, schedule. So what do you do? 5 days. Oh, next service is in 5 days, 21 hours, and 30 minutes. Good grief, you got a countdown. I'll be there. Let me put this in my add to a group, Ashley Fylnn. There we go. Because I've got so many tabs. Okay, let's get rid of some of these. We're going to have to go to church on what, Wednesday? What's this? Hold on, what is this? Okay, that's just like a weird, it's like one of those junk like articles. I was just like, what is this? Okay. I think all of these are just like, I'm a Christian, I'm a, pray for them. Well, a celebration of life is different than their funeral, guys. These people are weird. It's like the same stuff. Like nothing's really, they haven't put anything on here in a couple of days, it seems like. Like this was 19 hours ago. I wonder if I can find like another group really quick. We'll check it in. Oh man, I'm spelling it wrong. Okay. Look at me spelling stuff wrong. Okay, so we need to go to groups. Why is it not pulling up? What's this? Okay, I thought that was her. I'm just looking at it and trying to find some stuff really quick. Seems like everyone stopped talking about it. Like, oh, I found her Facebook. Oh my gosh, she was so pretty. Let me see if I can like. You see them right here at the bottom of the screen? This is her Facebook. Oh my gosh, look at her background. That's sad. I couldn't be any more proud of these 7th grade girls. They gave it their all to the very end. What a great season. I'm so thankful I've gotten to be a part of it. Love them so much. Like you can tell they love her. Do we have any mutuals? Yeah, we do. Oh, she knows her? Oh, I used to work with her. I was her manager. I don't know what this was. She updated her status. Oh, they had puppies? Hold on a second. January 26, 2025. Okay, that's 2025. I was like, wait a minute. But look at that. They were like breeding puppies, I guess. Look at how beautiful. Oh, they're so cute. Yeah, she didn't really post. I have like something similar to that little outfit. So they had the 3rd and 4th grader now. I was trying not to show their pictures, but they're kind of there, you know. We have 4 tickets for sale to go see Elevation for their outdoor concert. Wonder why they couldn't go. Oh, okay. This is, I guess, just pictures of her and him. She's very pretty. I tried to look for his and I couldn't find it. Oh, they bred the golden doodles? Those were golden doodle. I want a golden doodle so bad. I want a mini golden doodle. I want 2 of them actually, but I can't afford dogs. You know, I mean, there's that. There's a couple more things that we saw the entry of appearance. So let's see what else. If there was something else that was. Oh, and then I read this out to you guys. Yeah, I can read it real quick. On February 26th, I'll read it again just in case if you guys haven't read the preliminary or the affidavit, arrest affidavit. Sometimes they call it a bill of particulars in Ohio, but I don't see it on here. So it just says supplemental narrative because he's still working on it. On Monday, February 16th at approximately 0240 hours, I was contacted by Captain Smith regarding a homicide scene. Sergeant Reismiller was at this time. I contacted Sergeant Reismiller at the night shift. Okay, the night shift sergeant working. Sergeant Reismiller informed me officers were dispatched to 932 Cunningham Court in the city of Tip City, Miami, Ohio, or Miami County, Ohio, 45371 regarding a burglary in progress. Sergeant Reismiller stated the reporting party informed dispatch that someone had broke into their home. Sergeant Reismiller advised the reporting party, identified as Caleb Fylnn, told dispatch he did not know if the suspect was still at the residence. Caleb also reported to dispatch that the garage door was open and his wife was shot in the head and was not responding. Sergeant Reismiller informed me once he arrived at the scene, he cleared the residence and located the female identified as Ashley laying in bed with a GSW to the head. Sergeant Reismiller advised to have one medic enter the home to aid the victim and not contaminate the scene. Sergeant Reismiller informed me as he entered the home, he observed the side door to the garage still open. The sergeant went to the master bedroom on the northeast side of the home and informed me he observed a female later identified as Ashley in her bed, and it appeared she had been shot in the head. Sergeant Reismiller informed me he believed this was a homicide due to his observation of 2 gun shell casings on the floor in the bedroom near the foot of the bed. After responding to the scene, I spoke with the responding party, Caleb, to see if we had permission to enter his home to observe the crime scene. Caleb signed a consent form to allow myself and other Tip City Police Department employees to enter the home. All 20 of you? I mean, that's 20 people on the scene. Sorry. At this time, Detective Klein and myself entered the home and did a walkthrough of the master bedroom where I observed 2 gun shell casings near the foot of the bed. We also observed the female later identified as Ashley laying in bed with what appeared to be gunshot wound to the head. As we exited this master bedroom, we walked to the garage where we noticed a side door to the garage on the north side of the home that was open. As we were looking at the door, we noticed the door had a large fridge in front of it that would have had to be pushed to open the door. While in the garage, we observed 2 vehicles, a 2024 Ford truck with Ohio license plate and a 2016 Chrysler Ohio license plate. After walking through this area, I was informed by Officer Linkus he observed the center console to the 2024 Ford truck was open as he was clearing the house that was located that Caleb told him was his handgun. Handgun was at. That doesn't make sense. Told him his handgun was at. I also discovered that the 2 children in the home had not woke up and was still in their bedroom throughout this incident. After Detective Klein and I walked the scene, I contacted BCI to request an evidence processing team. At this time, I met with Caleb and made arrangements with Ashley's mother to remove the juvenile children has their names from the home. Miami County victims witness was at the scene during this time for the children or of the children being removed from the home. After the children were removed from the home, I spoke with Caleb to see if he was willing to come to Tip City Police Department to speak with me voluntarily, and he informed me he would. At this time, I transported Caleb to the Tip City Police Department to speak with me at approximately 04:28 hours. I will continue the documentation of this case on my next workday, Friday, February 19th. So hopefully we'll get some more paperwork from him tomorrow. Hey, Kelly. He's so lousy, CJK. I think he's the worst yet. Him and Carly Russell are like tied. I need my red flags. I gotta get them out of the closet, and I need my orange flags because people are going to court. There's the orange flags are for whenever they get convicted. You know, give them an orange flag for the orange prisons outfit. Don't ask. Maybe Michelle. That's what I'm thinking. That, and then maybe she wanted to divorce him. She was like, I'm just going to divorce you. I can do this on my own. That wouldn't be good if someone's controlling. I don't know if he was, but okay. I think there was one more thing. I don't know if we haven't seen this, but it's only just one paper. The judge Kendall says the date 2/20. Prosecutor Freeman, Caleb C. Fylnn, case number, preliminary hearing, and then hearing date February 26th at 1 p.m. That's his next one, and I'll be there. Oh, it's the third floor. Look at that. It tells me this time. Last court hearing, I had to call out, or I was texting Ashley. I was like, Ashley, help me, please. I was like, what courtroom do I need to be in? Because I was driving. And I was driving up there and I was like running like right on time. I was like 15 minutes like before I had to be in there, and I had to park and everything. And I'm like, I hate being late to court. Like I always want to be 10 minutes in there, like in the seat, like sitting in there early. That's just me. And yeah, I made it though. Thank you, Ladybug, for the super sticker. That's so sweet. Thank you. I appreciate that. That was very sweet of her. So I think that's all the documents there. And then these are just pictures. This must be, I don't think it has anything, but just him walking in the door. One of the officers. Man, can you imagine looking out your window? And you would too, because you would have been seeing all these lights. Like, look at this. There's a woman officer right there, lady officer. So when I went there, this car was there, but it like was turned the other way, and it was so big and like I don't know. I was like, I don't want to park because I don't want to park like on the road. There was like yellow parts on the road where you couldn't park, and I'm just like, so I just waved at him and drove by. I was like, okay. I want to do like a voiceover with those videos, so I'm gonna figure out how to do that. I'm gonna try to figure out how to do that. I should look that up. I wonder if I could do it on like my iPhone. I bet they'll say iMovie. Yep. iMovie. Thank you, Kelly, for gifting a membership. Oh man, something's going wrong with my. I don't know. Something's going on with my computer. I hope it doesn't have like a virus or something. I swear, I don't think I clicked on anything bad, but you never know. Oh, yeah. But then they'll say, "How does she shoot herself twice?" The wife used that defense. Wow. And who got that? I didn't see who got the membership. I think it says I'm on this side. Whoever it is, welcome in. Where's Pet Mom? Wherever you are, hello. Hey, Royal High Grounds. How are you? I couldn't see the chat, so I'm going back up just to see. Was I going in and out? I don't know. She could be, but she didn't look like it in the last picture. That picture we saw, but I don't know when that picture was from. It could have been an old picture. That's all we can do is guess and speculate, Yeah, he could have thought. He could have projected what he was doing onto her, right? Like she gets pregnant, maybe he's like, oh, that's someone else's baby because he's the one, doing the bad stuff, and just projecting it onto her. I can't imagine. Like, I would like to know, like, kind of how that week was prior to her being murdered. Like, was everything, rainbows and butterflies, or were they fighting? Like, how did the kids, stay asleep for that long? I mean, like, not hear anything, not see the lights. Oh, thank goodness, though. Thank goodness. Man, I don't know how they didn't, do that. So, well, thanks, Kelly. I appreciate that. My dog's back here licking herself. What are you doing? Hey, what you doing? Licking yourself? You do that on your own time, lady. She's just licking her leg. She looked at me like, really? So I think that's all I have for you guys. What's the matter? What are you shaking for? Oh my goodness. What's the matter? You just want me to pet you? Oh, you're being a baby. You're being a baby. We're almost done. She's being my girl. She's stretching. She's ready to go. She's ready for me to go hang out with her. She was like, she was shaking it until I pet her, and then she was fine. You're so silly. You want to get on the camera? She's back there messing with the plant. Don't you do that. Hey, what you doing with that? Hey, what you doing with that? See her tail? Oh, you can't see her tail. Her tail's wagging. What's she doing back there? O'Reilly, are you ready to go out there? Okay. She's so silly. What's this? My printer jammed. Stupid printer. You want to play? What's up with everybody wanting to play? The animal's been wanting to play today. I had the cat running around like a maniac. The cat tried to go after Mia because she thought it was Araya. And I loved it because that cat is 18 years old. If he wants to play, he could do whatever he wants. I love it when he's spunky and he's just running through the house like something like, is chasing him. She is a beautiful girl. She's such a good girl. Mia's laying down over here. Oh, she's being cute too. Mia said, I'm cute. She's stretching. So this one is Araya. She's the brown one. She's the bully outside. She'd be crazy. And then I got Mia, who is opposite of Araya. She's a Weimaraner. That's like the little sister. The little sister you never wanted. Everywhere Araya sits, Mia wants to sit on top of her, literally, not beside her, on a little on top of her. She wants to be that close. She follows her around. She eats all the food. She found 2 holes today. I was like, I gotta give Araya some. Yeah, they're both big dogs. Yeah. Mia's 80 pounds. When she's on the bed, we have like a queen, I think, a queen size bed. She is the whole bed. Yeah, she's the whole bed. And she stretches out all the time. And then Araya, she just gets up there wherever she can. Mia will get her up on the bed. She is good at that. Like if we tell Mia, go get your sister, she'll jump off the bed and she'll herd Araya up on. So yeah, she does have the winter blues. She's like, yeah. She is looking at me like that. Oh, speaking of spring, you guys what? I should have taken a picture. Our pigeons are back. I know they're pigeons and they're not cool birds, but they're birds and they're the same. I swear it's the same one because the spots on the back. I don't know if it's like her baby or what, but I know that mama before had spots and they just came back to the same spot. Like, how would they know that spot right there? Like, do you know what I mean? And the male pigeon was there today. He was huge and he was like sitting on the balcony just like before, looking around, making sure no one comes and hurts his wife, or his lady friend. And I'm like, they're back. I saw a couple of twigs up there. They don't need much. They says that's what it said online. Like they don't build a whole big nest. They just few little twigs and they just sit on it. And it's weird because it's like your nest is nothing. Yeah, I saw him yesterday, but I didn't see the guy. And then the guy came. He had really your son had a pit bull named Mia? Oh, she passed at our house fire. Oh, I'm so sorry. In Christmas. I'm so sorry, Lorna. I had a house fire. Lost everything. I know it. I mean, not we didn't lose animals. My mom. Oh my goodness. I don't know how she did it, but she did it. She had a California king size bed. I bought it for her when I was like early before I hit 20. I was making good money. I had good money. Bought her this bed because I bought her a bunch of stuff at that time because she had done so much for me in my life. It was time to repay her. And she had a fire. The fire was like coming down to her. The smoke was in her apartment, filled her apartment. She opened the door and Katie, our dog at the time, just, walked out. No problemo. But Rocky, he's not in here right now, or I'd show you him. He's the best cat in the world. I've had him 18 years. But he was my mom said he was in the middle of the bed. And she was like, as soon as I looked at him, she's like, he was going to jump under the bed. Like, cause he was scared. Like he didn't know what was going on. So usually he would hide. And she could never get him when he got under the bed. And she's like, I just dove. Like she just dove for him and like just tackled him and grabbed him before he could jump under the bed. And that's how she was able to get him out. And I was okay after the fire until I wasn't there until I saw my mom. And then I like broke down because I saw that she was okay. And then we went and saw my animals and they were okay. And I was like, I don't care about anything in that place. Like that we can replace that stuff. Can't replace, mom or the animals. So I'm sorry, Lorna. Animals are very intelligent. But thank you guys for being here tonight. I appreciate it. I hope you had a good Sunday. I hope you had a great weekend. I mean, yesterday was nice, and then today it's been snowy. I think it stopped. Yeah, it stopped, and I don't think it's going to snow anymore. Oh, my phone's over there. But I'm going to jump off here. I'm going to get some food. I didn't have lunch today. That's weird for me. I had breakfast, but no lunch. And your girl likes to eat. I'm just going to face the fact that I just have to work out because I love food. You work 12 hours, Kelly. You need a break. 12 hours. You sound like me. When I messaged that my friend earlier, like I was telling you, and her sister's going to message me about like some juicy stuff about going on around town. I don't know if you were in here actually, Jackie. So I have a friend that lives in Tip City. I forgot. Vincent had to remind me. He was like, doesn't Stephanie live there? I'm like, oh, holy hell. And Stephanie's a talker. I mean, that woman could talk to anybody. She could talk to a wall and be cool with it. I mean, I love her, but she could. Oh, thanks, Royal High Grounds. Yeah, I'm gonna eat. You did puppy yoga today? Oh, that sounds like fun. I do that. When I do my stretches and stuff, they're like kind of yoga poses, and Mia is in my face normally. That's my doggy yoga. Yeah, so I'm hoping that she's gonna like her sister will get back to me with some stuff and then she did say something about the divorce was like that she was going to get a divorce from him. So that could have hurt his ego. He could be one of those people that have like a big ego, he was on the American Idol and stuff. Who knows? He's not like our William Hung, With wiener dogs, that sounds like fun. Thank you, Ladybug. Yeah, my Unfiltered with Tanya channel. Make sure you go over there and subscribe to that because that's usually where we talk about just a little bit of everything. I'm going to start having like more like tailored, I guess, lives over there where we have a topic. But yeah, and the topic will be something cool. I want to go over that guy, that Bradley on a budget with you guys because he is like insanity when it comes to like being frugal. And I want just to show you. Hey, Beaver, we're just going to get off of here. It was good to see you though. Well, I'm going to jump off of here. I'm going to go get some food. I'm actually going to call and see where Vincent's at. Maybe he's watching me right now. He might be. If he is. But I'll see you guys all tomorrow. Hopefully you guys have a great evening. I will be, I'll let you guys know about like the FOIA and everything and what else. I don't know. I think that's it. If anything else, I'll put it on the community tab for you. Make sure you're subscribed. Make sure that you're subscribed with me on TikTok if you want to see my videos on TikTok. Sometimes I'll go live over there. I did actually before this live. I went live over there and got ready. Just put my face stuff on. But I just talk to people like on my live. I'm trying to get more people to go to my unfiltered over on TikTok as well, because that one I'll be able to, do more get ready with me's and stuff like that. So thank you guys all for being here. I appreciate you so much. I'll see you guys all tomorrow. Have a wonderful evening. Bye, guys.
Just like the street lights lit this town, like a fire in a blaze, gotta burn it down. Can't be afraid to leave this out. We got this far, don't know how. I see danger in your eyes. They know we'll burn down the night. Coming just like the sunrise. You know that we gonna let it out tonight. We gonna let it out, babe. Tonight we gonna let it out just like the sunrise. We gonna let it out now. Just like a spark that's breaking out. Can't make a stop, can't turn back now. We know that there's no room for doubt. No, we can't turn back now. I see danger in your eyes. They know we'll burn down the night. Only just